Whoever be worthy may have the power of Thor. So those of you that subscribe to the channel will have known that I previously got hold of one of these Marvel Legends Series Iron Man helmets, and I also like the look of this Thor, Thors Hammer, but I thought it was a bit too much money. I think it was like £130. So I set up an alert on Camel, and I saw that this had been reduced recently on Amazon. So I'm crazy, I decided to pick one up. So I thought I'd show it to you. There's a couple of things I don't like about it, but at the price point I decided I was happy with it. Really, this is a thing for kind of cosplay or just kind of to be on display in a cabinet. It's not something that's super robust that you can go around smacking anything with, but we'll take a look and see what you guys think. Let's get the knife here. Pop this box open. So if you're not familiar with the Legends series, so this is obviously from Hasbro. They did obviously Thors Hammer, the Iron Man mask. They also have done Captain America's shield, and from Guardians of the Galaxy they've done what's his name? My mind's gone blank now. Something Lord. That's annoying me now. His helmet as well. So there's a few things that you can get if you're interested in this sort of thing. So let's get this out of the box. Take a look. Right. Loosen the box over there for a moment. So we've got some basic warning stuff because this thing takes batteries. Some other warning stuff. Instructions, because you need instructions for Thors Hammer, and you have to be 18 and over. Right, I know we don't care too much about that. Right, so as you can see, it's pretty well packaged. Looks like this end comes off or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there are a lot more expensive versions that you can get from this, die cast models. You're talking like £300 or something for some of those. This is plastic, so hence a lot cheaper. I think that's one of the things that, as well as I'm not happy about everything with this item, the thing you have to keep in mind is also one of the key things for Hasbro was keeping that price point down to a level that was affordable to people that are interested in this type of item. Okay, so let's just start off with this little thing here. It's basically a simple piece of plastic. And this is used as a stand. In a way it's a little bit disappointing. It literally is just a simple black piece of plastic. They could have done a little bit to make it look like you know, it was a rock or something that it sits in, but like I said, it is what it is. Look at the hammer itself. It's actually a reasonably good weight. It doesn't feel particularly toyish in terms of weight. Obviously you can tell, even also with the bag, that this isn't metal. It doesn't feel metal heavy, but it feels, you know, pretty solid and relatively robust. Let's get this off here. You hear a little bit of loose plastic inside there. Quality. Okay, so if we have a look, this strap here, it's definitely not leather, it's some form of faux leather. This bottom end here though is die cast, so that is metal, where this is going in. There is some Hasbro marking, 2017 item on there. The grip, that is all plastic, and it actually doesn't, no actually it does feel relatively flimsy. I mean, it's solid enough, but as you can see here, each of these joins, it feels a bit like a snake, and if you kind of wiggle it a little bit, you can feel a little bit of movement, so that's something to be aware of. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but when I get a gentle shake, you can hear a bit of, I guess, plastic that's inside there. Oh no, it's gone now. Must have jiggled around, but you can definitely feel there's some movement. Oh yeah, here it is. That's annoying. In terms of the plastic overall, the weathering's not too bad. The quality, you know, it looks pretty reasonable, especially from a distance. You can see there's a few, I guess, packaging markings there where it's been sat in the box, or what have you, and where these lips go together, you can see that that's kind of slightly protruding. It doesn't feel like it's going to move or anything though. It's empty inside, so it's not solid, obviously, which is why it doesn't feel as weighty as a metal product would have done, so die cast model. But the markings are done relatively intricately. Obviously, it's probably some plastic moulding, but it looks decent enough, and the top looks pretty good as well. I think depending on your skill set, obviously you could weather this yourself. Maybe that'll be a project for me in the future. A couple of things I guess that stand out. On the side here you can see there's a hole. That is a speaker. I think they could have done more to mask that. I think, you know, you could have had some thin mesh or something that would have covered that over. And really the worst part of this, if you think about how this is supposed to be displayed, something, how do I, there it goes around. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to be displayed. So obviously the bottom here is, if you have it, I guess, at eye level or on a table like this, this is how it's going to be displayed. And unfortunately this is where you can see, I would guess under here is screws, where how this all mounts together. And here you have the battery bay and the on and off switch, and then CE marking, and I guess some other CAN ICES blah 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 blah. So I'm sure some marking that's important. But I think that even though this is obviously at a price point that is supposed to be affordable, I still think that this is disappointing, that they've obviously decided they're going to display it in a certain way and you have all this viewable to you. So if I just move that into the camera a bit more, I don't know if it makes it easier for you to see. So I guess my initial instinct would have been, which again, I'm not a toy maker, so I can't comment specifically on how much adjustment to cost it would have been. But I would have done something like having one of the ends connected with some small magnets or a hidden hinge or something, and I would have had that battery compartment and the on-off switch in here. So you'd pull this off, and that would enable you to get access to it, or perhaps even have one of these lower sections magnetic or something, so that it just wasn't blatantly just sat there with a bloody on and off switch and everything there. So that aside, I think that's really the only thing for me that at the price point is a bit niggly. So around the £40 mark, I think it's kind of acceptable. At the £140 mark that was originally being sold at, I think that's a bit bad, really, especially when you think about how Star-Lord, that's it, the Star-Lord mask and the Iron Man mask, obviously because they are masks, inside is where the batteries and everything are stored, and it looks really sleek, looks really smart. And the Captain America shield, from what I've seen online, that looks really good as well. They've really let down this Thors hammer in the way that they've developed it, but I think, you know, there may be a way of overcoming that if you're someone that's, you know, really good at spray paint and doing other good things. It's probably a bit outside of my comfort area, but I probably will look to take that CE sticker off and hope that it doesn't damage the paintwork. Right, so what I'll do is I'll grab a screwdriver and I think it's 3 AA batteries, and then we'll show you what it does. Okay, so batteries are into Thors Mjolnir or Thors Hammer. So let's turn it on for the first time together and see what it's like. So here's the on-off switch here. Okay. Okay, so there's obviously some accelerometer or some sort of sensor in there, so you can see as you're moving it, it's triggering the lights in these round areas here, and obviously then the thunder sound. As I said, it does feel a bit flimsy when you're throwing it around. I don't feel like it's gonna break. I'm sure there's some more rigid pole in the handle. It's just the decorative pieces that kind of you can feel moving. I don't think the amount of movement you give the hammer impacts what noise it does or doesn't make in terms of the velocity of it. Let's just put that down for a minute. But the speaker quality actually isn't too bad. Obviously, if you think it's just that little crappy hole there, it does seem to be working pretty well. Again, not a toy expert. Maybe they could have done better, you know, with the sound. One thing that I've read that I haven't tried it out yet, and let's see if it works. There's a little button. Shush me on here. There's a little button on the handle, and when you press that, it's a bit like your Amazon Echo. It's listening for certain words. So, Thor, worthy, 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 Thor, Thor, Hammer. Worthy. Okay, so I make it so you guys can see this. So when you say a certain trigger word, I thought it was Thor or worthy, you'll see that you get Odin's symbol. It's obviously got an overactive centre, hasn't it? Okay. Thor. Worthy. Let's hold it in a bit there. Worthy. So you see the Odin symbol appears there. So Thor. Worthy. Whoever holds this hammer but yeah, you get the general idea. Let's turn this off so we can finish. So, what do I think? I think if, like me, you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, to me it's Iron Man, Thor and Spider-Man in terms of Marvel. I'm a big fan of Batman from DC Comics. If you like this sort of prop movie type memorabilia, I think I would pick up the Thors Hammer, but only if it's heavily discounted. You don't want to be paying £120 for this. I don't think it's worth it. I don't like saying that because I'm a big fan of these products, but I think you want it in the sub £50 bracket if you want to make it worthwhile. And keep in mind, obviously, the die-cast versions you get are talking like £300. So it's a minuscule amount compared to that. But I just think parts of the finish mean that it's not worth that over £100 price mark to me. But I think, you know, for £40, it kind of fits in with kind of the type of product and the quality and the finish that would be acceptable. So I hope this video was helpful. If you've got Thor's Hammer or any of the other Marvel Legends series items, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. I don't think I'm going to get the Star-Lord one because I do like Guardians of the Galaxy a lot, but not particularly a favourite character of mine. But what I do like about that one is it's got built-in speakers, so you can play music as well. So it depends, I guess, if you're into cosplay and what have you. But that's it. Thors Mjolnir, or however you say it when I'm not saying it wrong. Thors Hammer. Thor. Worthy. Thor. 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 See, it does work with Thor too. I am worthy. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.